Hi, GoPlow.com. This is Neil Glatt with Case Snow Management. Today I just wanted to show you my office and where I make most of my phone calls and show you some of the techniques and tools I use to help my success with cold calling. The very first thing is, when you pick up the phone, the natural tendency is to have your arms on the desk, maybe your head's down, your shoulders are closed in, and this makes for a very closed physical stance. And when our body's in this position, the tone that we have is usually down, it's not engaging, sometimes it's lethargic or boring, and that comes across on the telephone very strongly. So instead what we want to do is open our shoulders up, be looking in the corner of the room up at the ceiling perhaps, and just be in a more comfortable, confident, strong stature. And if we're doing this, our tone should be more energetic, more excited, it's going to be more upbeat, and the customer is going to be able to hear that on the other end. The other thing that I'd recommend you look into, if you're not already, is to pick up a wireless headset. I've seen them as low as $50. They plug right into the phone and you just pop them on your head. And now you are broken away from having to sit right at the desk. A lot of times when I'm making my calls, I'll actually stand up. I'll come over here and take a casual stance, and from this position I'm more comfortable, which comes across in my tone, and I'm able to communicate, gesture with my hands just as I were face to face, and it makes for a very casual, comfortable conversation, which makes the whole situation easier, relaxes me because I'm the one who usually gets stressed out on these calls more than the lead, and helps me with my overall outcome. The other thing that I love about my space is I have this whiteboard here, and I posted up some of my cold calling notes for as I'm going through the sales process. And what I love about this is when a lead says something very important, I can quickly grab a marker and just jot it down right here on the board so I can remember it later. This way I'm not scrambling for a paper and pen or trying to type away on the keyboard, which they're going to hear on the other end. I can quickly jot the note and be actively listening to everything else they have to say and quickly capture it later. The other thing that I'll do is sometimes diagram the entire phone call. So then when it's over, I can look back at it and say, okay, I said this commercial or I tried this hook and the customer responded in this way and this was my outcome. And from there, I can go ahead and track what I've done and the results I had and make changes from it. And I can very easily point out and say, oh, this is exactly where the conversation derailed, or this is what closed the deal, and help me set the appointment. So there's very few changes that we can make. They're easy to adopt and have great results on what we do. I'd encourage you to try some of these out. Make sure that you track what you're doing and the results that come from them. And I wish you all the best of luck as you're making cold calls this season.